Let's make history. There's a weird area in New York City where borderline of Queens and where Long Island begins all converge. And there's a peninsula that juts out from that, a long, narrow peninsula. And that peninsula is called the Rockaways. The first European to arrive in the Rockaways was Henry Hudson. And he didn't settle there. He just parked there for a sec to reflect on his next move, him and his men. And they encountered the tribe where the term Rockaway comes from. And Rockaway is really just an anglicized version of the name of that tribe. And it was pronounced more like the Rekuwaki. The Rekuwaki. And they inhabited the region. They weren't the only ones though, because then about 20, 30 years later, another tribe called the Mohegans, they sold it to the Dutch. It was a member of the military, I believe a captain. He had it and it became a headache because there was this constant back and forth on whether the Rockaways was part of what was then the town of Hempstead or was it part of Queens County. So he just got sick of it. He sold it off to a guy named Cornell. Him and his family, he was a Cornell homestead. For many years, him and his family lived there. It was really looked at as a barren land, like, and it still is kind of. It's like way out. Nobody really goes out there much. The average person, that is. It got its spurts from when the railroad became accessible. Then further, in the early 1900s, when the Cross Bay Bridge was built, the beach and a boardwalk opened up. Many people in New York, I know I have, thought that the entire peninsula was called Far Rockaway, but Far Rockaway is actually just a neighborhood, the easternmost neighborhood on that peninsula. It's a strange place, has a unique, weird kind of a vibe. They've given us talents such as Stack Bundles and Chinks Drugs if you're into rap or hip-hop, rap/hip-hop. They both were killed. You know, unfortunately, you also have, Social Security, I think it's right here, no?
Right here?
I think so, yeah.
What block?
I'm not sure, I'm not sure. All right. So yeah, so it's, you know, Far Rockaway is just one neighborhood on the Rockaways. There's also Breezy Point, which is like the antithesis of Far Rockaway. It's kind of a gated community, quote unquote, sort of setup. They're very particular about who they let in and around there.